Hello everybody, I am Christopher, and today we're going to be talking about a sensitive subject. I apologise if it's not all nice and cheerful like some of my other videos, but today we're going to be talking about how to cope in this stressful, depressing world. Look, if a woman on YouTube with a silly little animated drawings can do it, so can I. To start off with, you picked the wrong dragon to actually ask for mental well-being help and also depression help. I know nothing. I don't know that much stuff, but okay, since we're in this situation, I'll give it a shot. So, life can be stressful, especially since Christmas is coming up. Since you're thinking, oh shoot, I need to get those presents, I need to do cards for people. What about those Christmas decorations that I haven't put up yet? This is not really a Christmas episode, but I thought I would bring Christmas up, since Christmas is just around the corner for us this year. So, depression can strike anywhere, and it can even bring down your mental well-being in psyche. If anybody has played Metal Gear Solid 4 before, you probably understand what I'm talking about. I hope. For depression, it can be caused by a number of stuff. It could be experiencing family problems, relationship issues. You could have recently lost a loved one. There could be stuff going on in your life. You could have hard work. While some depression is easier to avoid than others, those others are generally you've got to live or deal with them. Otherwise, nothing will get done. Look, you can't decide not to pay your bills because it stresses you out, or your car tax because it makes you depressed, or taking any class, college, school, whatever. So, how do you fight it? How do you think about your mental well-being while staying clear from things that are going to make you depressed? I am going to do a few do's and don'ts. We'll start with the don'ts because those are easier. Don't be a jerk. This is for if you know somebody with is struggling mentally and is struggling with their mental well-being. They need somebody to look out for them. Don't just say, "Oh, we can't be friends because you're mentally unwell," or "We can't be friends at all." Da 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 da. They still need somebody to talk to, and leaving the friendship could escalate things further and make things more worse for that person. So please don't be a jerk. Don't play video games. You know what? You might be asking yourself, what am I talking about? Video games are cool and alright, but when you're depressed or you're mentally or your mental well-being is not so good, the video games could, if you lose, potentially escalate the problem even more. So if you do play video games, make sure it's so easy that you cannot die or fail at it. Do not put yourself in a stressful situation if you can help it. Paying bills, car tax, and also attending college is out of your power. But if you've got, let's say you want it wanted to do something, but you know it's gonna stress you out, don't do it. If if you have to do it, just take a few breaks before doing the thing that you have to do. But if it's gonna just stress you out, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Not worth losing your marbles over. If somebody that you know comes up to you and or somebody that you don't know comes up to you and say, oh gosh, I need help. Don't just and it gives you all the problems. Don't just say, oh, you need help, because guess what? There's no help in this world anymore. Gosh, the fact is, you can actually see that volunteers and non-profit organisations, people online that have chat, the Google Hangouts groups, and yes, even Metal Gear Solid 4 is doing a better job than those professionals ever will. We know it's alright for you because you're not mentally unwell. That's why he says, oh, you really need help. Oh, you need help. Saying you need help is not going to sort out the problem. Don't you just say, oh, you need help, and just smugly walk out of the internet chat like you do. So, please, if you want to call it, if you're going to do that, please just either suggest stuff, give them help, give them useful links to stuff. Otherwise, stay out of it. Do not start an argument with anybody in your family, your friends. Yes, be assertive, but that does not mean just getting up and just shouting at the poor blighters. Now, I apologise if that's not any good advice for anybody. As before, I'm not a mental health professional, so this is just giving some suggestions. So please don't get angry with me in the comments saying, oh, yeah, blah, blah. So, what do you do? So, do have some dark chocolate because it helps. Do chat to other people because it is more nicer to chat to other people. Even if you don't end up talking about your problem, it's nice to have an interaction with another human being on the web. And if you can make the extra mile, you could go see them. Although in the girls' videos there it said, why don't you meet a person at their house? Unfortunately, you don't. Unfortunately, that person could live quite a long way away. They don't think about this. So, internet, if you is the more appropriate idea, and going to visit them if they live close by. The other thing you can do is watch some good old internet. By that I mean video sharing websites like YouTube, for example. Stuff like Markiplier, PewDiePie, whatever makes you happy, YouTube or whatever. You could also watch these three people. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm not saying you should go and watch them. I'm a terrible liar. For work people, for the bosses at work, do please get mental health training, and also maybe get an Oasis room or somewhere. I'll come back to that in a bit. Do something you like within reason. So, now that we've talked about this, we're going to go a bit more deeper. So please cut off your video right now if you don't want it to get a bit more darker. Viewer discretion advised here. So just close the video now if you don't want to hear what I'm going to say next. You have been warned. So, sometimes workplaces go a bit to the extreme. So if you are the boss at a workplace, please find something to let your employees just calm down, because mental health affects quite a large number of people, even Alice, your Ethelred Flametail fella. And I wouldn't make a joke about Ethelred Flametail, but he's had, as well as the relationship problem, he's had a friendship problem as well. So it looks like I'm not going to make fun of him now, and I think it's probably my fault, to be honest. But anyway, so what offices are doing is not really letting people that are having mental illnesses or whatnot, or suffering from depression, having a break. They haven't got anywhere to go, and some of the bosses expect them to work. To name a few, Sports Direct probably. They don't even let you go to the toilet without taking some money off, or go for your food break. What I say is, if somebody's what they call it, if somebody's feeling a bit anxious or depressed or suffering mental health, please let them go and have a time out, because they're overworking themselves. Otherwise, something terrible will happen. They might bring a gun in. They might turn the gun to the head, and they might just shoot themselves. And think of how much traumatized people, employees, whatnot, you have in your workplace. You can't just sweep it under the rug and say, all right, nothing to see here, They are now all traumatized because of you. I'm not saying all of you do this, but some of you. And if you do doing it, please stop. So I hope that helped you. I've been Christopher, and I'm signing out.